Hello everyone. It's 8:37 p.m. in the evening, but this video probably will not be uploaded until after midnight. So I'm kind of bored and don't have really anything to do right now. Well, I guess there are a couple of things I could be doing, but I need to rest my body and take a break. So, after this video, I'm gonna live stream, but maybe not, cause I'm so tired, still tired. You know, but I'm too tired to even do a video right now. Like sleepiness is starting to kick in again. Excuse me. So I got like $10 of help last night, I think it was, and I guess I was at the sleep spot bench for like 2 or 2.5 hours, and it was extremely cold and windy last night, and all I had was a hoodie and the dress and the thin pair of pants that I recently bought last month. And so I left the sleep spot at like 12:30 in the middle of the night, and I went to well, I'm not gonna say where I went. Well, I went to some place and I ate like breakfast food at like 1:30 this morning, and then I went to go to that place to get out of. It was cold inside the building of that place, but it was cold inside the building, but I it was cold inside the building, but you know, I didn't have to deal with it being windy, with being inside, but it being cold, moist, and windy outside was what made it worse, and felt like I was in an inescapable refrigerator. Excuse me. It felt like I was in an inescapable refrigerator. So, but I dozed off and fell asleep trying to fight to stay awake. And I didn't realize that I had dozed off and fell asleep. And I meant to leave at 4:30, but I ended up it was excuse me, I think it was 4:58 in the morning when I woke up, or I was awakened, I think. And the server asked me if I was all right or whatever, I'm like, well, but she told me I was all right though. But then I got back on the bus, because I'm like, when she woke me up, the bus was coming like in a few minutes, and I saw the bus pass right by, and I had just missed it, so I had to wait another 40 minutes, or another 45 or 50 minutes for another bus, and almost an hour, I guess, for another bus. And then I made it back downtown, and they had a fake crusty demonic dirty homeless perp that bumped into me on purpose unnecessarily for no reason. And he had on, his clothes were dirty and soiled, you know, and I was mad. I was upset. So excuse me. They got certain things that happen today and other times too that I can't publicize or talk about, or else I'd be considered in certain trouble or whatever. But I try to go to this place downtown as soon as they opened at 7 something in the morning, and I bought like less than $10 worth of snacks. And excuse me, well, I try to be a customer and buy something, and then the cashier said that he didn't have the quarters, you know, that I could, you know, give him 20 or something dollars, and then he give me $20 in quarters. Well, he said he didn't have the quarters. So they had a lady, I don't know whether or not she was a perp, I don't know, but she was wearing the color, like a red shirt, and a red like blouse dress or something, and I forgot what kind of bottom she had on, if it was like a skirt or like a khaki color, I don't remember. But she was walking with a big dog, and the dog touched me. But there are some more perps that passed by me and did other upsetting and frustrating things or whatever, like, you know, the usual. But she asked me, she said, "Ma'am, are you okay? Are you on your way to work?" And I said, "Well, I'm homeless, you know." And she said, "Oh, God bless you. I'll pray for you." And she gave me like $20. And she had to look like she was scared of me. Like, she looked at me like, she said, "God bless you. I'll pray for you." And she gave me $20. And she looked at me like as if I was, like she was about to run. Like she looked at me like as if she saw a monster or something. You know. And I was like, what did I do wrong? You know. But thanks for the $20. But you know, at first I suspected that she was a perp. You know, but it seemed like she was waiting around, you know, with the dog, you know. But excuse me. So then I tried to go to the other actual grocery store. And the lady said she didn't have the quarters to spare. Maybe I came too early. And so then I went to the Vital Records place, and there was a couple other perps that invaded my personal space, bump into me. I'm like, this is doggone senseless. You got all that space over there. You don't need to bump into me. Damn it. You know, and then, so when I went to the Vital Records place, the lady at the first window, you know, she told me what I needed to do and grab a number and then fill out an application for the Vital Records. And there was nobody in there as far as like I guess we wouldn't be customers, clients. What we're supposed to be called? Um, if you're waiting in line to get, government services or whatever, But I took a number and it was D plus the bad number that I hate. Cause the online perps, they knew in advance that I was, well, cause I said yesterday about getting the birth certificate after they stole my backpack, So um I went and it was D13, D16, that number. I'm like, this shit is, I was upset. I'm like, they did this on purpose. Somebody did that on purpose, and nobody was in the office. It's like, and I was upset, but I wonder why was I told to take a number and nobody was in the office. Like, nobody was in there, and then the lady at the first front desk, she stepped away, and then I went to whoever was available, and they had a young black female that had a nose ring that looked like a bull, and she had like her hair dyed green, and she was wearing glasses, and she had she was not nice, she had an attitude, and I don't know if she acted like she hated her job or she had a problem with me, but she was not nice towards me, and she had her fingernails were like painted like black and green or something, excuse me. And so I got the paperwork, and they said they wanted exact change if you're paying in cash. So I had cash, but I did not have exact change. But so I just paid on my debit card, and I had to pay $2.50 extra. And after that, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so tired. Oh. Excuse me. So I paid, it was $17.50 total. And I was able to get my birth certificate immediately, And then I went to the Medicaid office and tried to ask about getting a card. I'm glad the ladies were nice and helpful this time, really helpful, but I'm not going to go into detail. But wait a minute. So they said that I was supposed to, like, ever since May, that I'm supposed to be eligible for full coverage Medicaid. And I forgot what else was said, But it was in April when I went to that. No, it was April. Then it was May. I had after April, I had a follow-up appointment in May from when I got my tooth pulled. I had like a follow-up appointment. I couldn't follow through with it because, and then they said that I thought that the procedure was free with the community clinic, but they were saying I owed them like $500 or something from when I got my tooth pulled. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought this was a discounted free or sliding scale, And I didn't know that Medicare and Medicaid started doing services for people over 21, dental services, So I got to look more into it about dental services for people over 21. That they don't cover everything, but I guess some things. Excuse me, but I was told throughout the years that once I became 21 years old, then if you're over 21, Medicaid would not cover dental. And I had no idea about Medicare covering anything dental. I don't have much knowledge on this Medicaid and Medicare information and stuff, you know. But excuse me, but I had been told that now they said that Medicaid is paying for my Medicare Part B or whatever, but why is Social Security they still taking out money? I don't know. I'm confused, but anyway, but last summer over the phone, I was trying to contact both Medicaid and Medicare about them taking out Medicare Part B. I was trying to contact Medicaid office, Medicare office, and Social Security, and was given the runaround and being treated with abuse over the phone, you know. Excuse me. And then I eventually just gave up and got frustrated, you know. So I figured that since I was in the same building this morning, that's why I went to the Medicaid office and tried to say, well, was I supposed to get some card? Or I never got a Medicaid card in the mail. But they said a Medicare is the primary go-to first, and then Medicaid will be the backup, I guess. You know, I'm not sure about how all that works, but anyway. Excuse me. So, but after that, I was given a few little toiletries and a little care package, I guess. And I went my merry way on to come on over here. And on my way coming over here, I stopped stopping between buses, like for me to transfer from one bus to another. I'm not gonna say the location or the name of the place or whatever. I kind of don't even remember the name of it was like a convenience store and gas station with a, you know, check cashing place or whatever, and they had like a meat market and this and that, whatever, all in one store. So then I went to try to transfer the buses. Excuse me, and I went there trying to see if I could go there to get quarters for laundry. And they had a lady that was a cashier, and I tried to ask about quarters for laundry. She said, oh, you have to go to the office around the corner. So that's what I did. And then they had a man that he looked like he could have been Middle Eastern Arab Muslim or something from, I mean, one of those countries. And he was, I guess, the cashier with the check cashing area of the store. Excuse me. And they had a black man that was having a long conversation, like talking and joking and whatever with the cashier. And he was cashing like multiple checks. And he was just talking and talking and talking. And I knew I was pressed for time with the bus. And because with the next bus connection, because if I would have, I probably would have had to wait another hour or two for another bus. When I was days sleep deprived, tired, and just trying to get on and get what I needed. Like, if he would have just signed his freaking checks and, you know, got his change and, got his money and left or whatever, I could have got mine and left too, you know. But I don't know if the man didn't realize that there was a customer behind him, which was me, or if it was gang stalking street theater, or to hold me up and slow me up or whatever. But I try to interject I don't know if that's the right word. Um, I didn't want to like interrupt, but I was just trying to ask a quick question because what's the point of me standing in line if I can't get the services? For me to wait on him yip yapping and running his freaking mouth and talking so doggone much, just for me to miss the bus and get told no, you can't have quarters or we don't do that here, and then have to wait another hour or two. So, excuse me. I don't even know if I could have got to give them $20 and then they give me $20, 2 rolls of quarters in exchange, But I was trying to ask a quick question so I wouldn't waste my time, and then I was pressed for time to try to take the bus. And as I said, like that bus is a limited bus. It does not run like the other buses. It will run like once every hour or two, I'm not sure. And it was one of the buses that I don't think it runs on weekends. I could be wrong, But excuse me, I'm not sure if it runs on weekends. But anyway, it's Thursday anyway, but so all I was trying to ask is, I try to ask the same question that I asked the lady. Are y'all able to and then the man behind the counter, the plexiglass, the cashier, he ignored me and kept listening to and talking to the man. And then the female that was the cashier, when customers were buying stuff, she went to the back and like in front of my face, she got a roll of quarters from the from the check cashing guy. And like I was trying to ask him, not her. After she told me to go to him, and she's like, "Oh, what do you need?" I said I was trying to ask him, the same thing I asked you, if you were able to do like whatever. I mean, if they did services like exchange, dollar bills for quarters or whatever. And she's like, "Well, you would have to wait your turn and this and that." I'm like, "Well, wait a minute. I'm pressed for time and the buses could be coming in any minute, any second." "Well, that's not our problem. This and that, whatever." So me and her got into an argument, and I got mad and stormed out of there. And they had people walking slow in my way, and I had like a Tourette's outburst. And I'm like, I guess I'm wrongfully banned from there. That's my first time ever in my life going inside that store, Excuse me. But that lady probably was a damn perp. And I don't even know if she was perping with the red shirt. I don't even remember. But, and then when I had the Tourette's outburst and angrily stormed out of the store, she's like, "Oh, so you're gonna be rude to everybody because you're mad?" I'm like, "Shut up," because I said, shut up because you were rude to me first. And I just like, shut the hell up. I stormed out of there. And then the bus took like another 5 more minutes to come, and then it finally came. And then I finally made it over here. And there's certain things I wanted to say that I can't say, But I came here and settled in and took a shower. My other clothes were dirty. So with the extra, like with the care package, I was given like 8 small bottles of body wash or shower gel. And I used those to hand wash this dress that I'm wearing. I kind of feel like with my OCD, I felt like I personally freaking out and wondering if I cleaned everything good enough with hand washing or, but thankfully I was able to get at least $5 worth of quarters here. even though I think I might need more than $5 worth of quarters, you know. But so I guess I could get one load of laundry done with the little bit of clothes that I have. You know, I had to hand wash this because I would have had nothing else. And the other dress that I have, it at the top part it tore. It tore, you know. So I took a shower and then hand washed this dress and freaking out with my OCD, wondering if I did a good enough job or if I cleaned enough germs off, you know, cleaned off all the germs good enough or whatever, you know. And I did not realize it. I'm sorry for TMI. I didn't realize, you know, with me being homeless on the streets and menstruating and stuff, I didn't realize that I had a blood stain on the back of this dress the same way like with the teal dress that I had for over a year. And so now I have two dresses. I had three dresses before that orange backpack got stolen. And my black dress, I bought that with my own Social Security check. Or was it the AdSense payment? I think it was with the Social Security check. But it could have been either or. But I that black dress I paid for with my own money, you know. And that black dress was in the bag, the orange backpack that got stolen. So now I have this dress and the other dress that was given to me. And last month I bought those pair of pants and the shoes with my Social Security check, and that hoodie was given to me. And so, you know, I hand washed this dress, and I was trying to order some hygiene items off of DoorDash, because if I would have went to fake Walmart or somewhere or Target or whatever, if I picked out the items myself, they would have been heavy enough that I would have needed to take an Uber back. So I was already here, excuse me, and I was very tired and sleep deprived, and in the middle of me trying to pick out the hygiene items for DoorDash, I dozed off and fell asleep for a few hours, and then I woke up and presumed to pick out my items. I got like I had to get my rubbing alcohol, and something happened I can't say, but and I got my I had to get a new thing of toenail clippers, the one that the big clippers, because my toenails are so thick, because the other big thick toenail clippers, they got stolen, you know, in the orange bag. You hear that, stupid troll? It, you know, it was in the stolen orange bag. And I had to get some more bladder pads. And I got some more alcohol wipes. And I needed to get some more of my soap that I use. And I ordered some trash bags too, but they didn't have the trash bags that I needed. So I have to either tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday to go in person to go and get me some more trash bags. And excuse me. So I have to get some more trash bags because I'm on my last trash bag. And so my toes are itching, and like when I was taking my shower, in between my toes were itching so insatiably, like the itch would not go away, and like my toes and feet are itching and peeling, and like they're peeling really bad. And so like, yeah, I think that the DoorDash guy, when I got my hygiene order, I think he was a perp. But then I ordered something from Uber Eats, and they have breakfast here, so I'm fine with breakfast. But um, I got me enough food to stretch me to at least the next couple, hold me over for the next couple of days, you know. So ooh, I feel like, ooh, I could, like, it was, the plate of food was so big that you could split it into four. Like, and then there was this appetizer I got. It was buy one, get one free, you know. And I was able to get a couple of Japanese sodas and this little ice cream thing. But I had the one of the buy one get one free appetizers, and the other one I'm saving for later. And I had half of the plate of food and one of the Japanese sodas, and the other one I'll save for another day. So, and the ladies, um like, I got like a can of soup and another kind of package or something of soup. And so, you know, but I'm glad to get to have my check and to get to rest for a couple of days out of the cold, rain, and gang stalking and whatever else, you know. And there's a few things that I wish I could talk about, but I can't talk about, that's bothersome to me. And some of them are big, and some of them are small, you know. But you know, but I had some other stuff going for the past few days that I couldn't get to talk about, whether big or small, you know. And it's 9:10 at night right now. Like, I'm so tired. I want to try to push myself, but like, I'm saying right now in this video that I think I'm deciding against live streaming tonight because I'm just that tired. My body's that tired. I'm tired. So I'll just let everybody know that I'm so tired that I'm not live streaming tonight, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is, you know, that day, and I'm thankful and glad to have a hotel room, so you can't kill me now. You can't sacrifice me. Excuse me. So, I'm gonna try to not go anywhere tomorrow. I'm gonna try to not go anywhere tomorrow, and I'm gonna just rest here. And if I need to get something, maybe I'll go out Saturday, you know. But like, I know I just got paid, and my check is almost gone. And you want to know why? Because well, I told y'all the things that I bought, and like at the beginning of the month, I I usually, first and foremost, when I get my check, before anything, I pay my bills or whatever I need to pay. Even when I had housing, you know, I would pay the rent and bills first, and then buy toiletries and all that afterwards. So what I did was, you know, it's close to the weekend, so they raised the hotel prices, you know. So if I got 3 nights of hotel, which was over $350, and but the stalkers got me wrongfully banned from was cheaper. But then there was the other hotel that is $50 deposit per night, and they raised the prices on that for the weekend. And that, I try to calculate how much would it be 3 nights if I stayed there, and that would have been like $520 something or $500 something plus 150 on top of that for 3 days of deposit, $50 per day. And I'm like, no. So this is no deposit, but excuse me, it was like almost $370 for 3 nights. But your stalkers, I'm like, wow, if I wouldn't have got wrongfully banned from the $60 and $80 motels, I could have paid $180 or $240 for 3 nights. But no, I gotta pay, but at least breakfast is included, So, but and I didn't get the opportunity to redeem a discounted night. But after staying here for 3 nights, I have to wait till after I check out, and then the points will come. And probably sometime next week, this coming week or so, I should have probably earned enough points that I could get a totally free night. So it will pay off, But yeah. Yeah, I didn't I forgot though, I didn't redeem for a discounted night. I just did the member price for 3 nights here, and then I guess after I check out, after a day or two after I check out, then it'll tell me how much more points I accumulated, and let me know when I got enough points for a free night, Excuse me. But but yeah. So excuse me for yawning. Excuse me. So yeah, I paid for the 2 disabled bus passes and my phone bill, plus 3 hotel nights, plus the toiletries, plus toiletries, hygiene, whatever I need to survive. And even though I couldn't get everything, but I also got dinner for the next couple of days. Enough dinner to stretch me for the next 2 or 3 nights. And after that, I had planned to get me like another pack of underwear and socks, and maybe another bra or 2. And now I really don't have the funds much for that. And also I don't really have the funds for to get to buy my own like big size 3 or 4X winter coat. So I thought I would try to ask around where I could get one either donated or discount, you know, and I didn't get the opportunity to get the underclothes, and I didn't get the opportunity to buy three pair like 3 pairs of sweatpants, you know, to prepare for colder weather, you know. And it's hard being homeless, and it's hard whether you're in a shelter or on the streets, and people have so many misconceptions and stuff like that and wrong beliefs about homelessness if they never suffered it before, you know. People think that you can just walk into any shelter at any time of the middle of the night and get accepted, and that's not the case. And certain people are like, oh, I thought shelters were free. Not anymore. Shucks, they used to be free years ago. But yeah, they charge homeless people to stay in shelters, and if they find out you get any kind of government assistance or income, they try to take all of your money, everything you got. They try to take it all and leave you with nothing. You know, and they use it for themselves. Like this homeless life, shelter or not, it's not what you were taught to believe, or it's not what you think. And a lot of people say the shelters is more dangerous and worse than the streets. You know. So, and then people in the TI community say stay away from the shelters, but I'm like, well, you ain't got to worry about that since I'm wrongfully permanently banned. You know. So yeah, so yeah, I mean, a lot of the times, no matter how poor I am and homeless, not every month I get to do it, but you know, I try to treat myself to, like, at least like when I get the payday from the Social Security check, I try to treat myself to at least one nice meal or something, you know. But I mean, as I said, I got me something nice, and it wasn't luxury or nothing like that, but it was nice, you know. It wasn't like a 5-star meal or nothing, but it was, I treated myself to like a Japanese food or whatever, and stretching the meals for the next couple of days. You know, I could put it in the refrigerator and have leftovers, you know. And I got snacks galore now. Snacks and like, you know. So like I thought of to like I think I did do a New Orleans edition for the hood snacks. Like the short story that I wrote talking about let's buy some hood snacks. And then I wrote, let's buy some hood snacks, the sequel, and I read those out loud. And I did No Timberwood in the Hood short story, and I did the Do You Remember the Pound Cake Lady, and another short story about the Candy Lady. And I thought that what if I do a short story about hood snacks, New Orleans edition. I thought about how unique and different New Orleans got their own kind of hood snacks. You know, that like, well, I mean like Hugh Biggs pies and Elmer's Chewies and stage planks and gooey butter cakes and mama noodles and certain other snacks. I might have to go visit revisit again, because I mean, today when I went to the one store, and it was like a hood grocery uh convenience store or whatever, and the second one I went to, like I was in the middle of trying to, you know, see about getting quarters for laundry, and the short story idea came in my head about, oh, let me do a short story about New Orleans style hood snacks or whatever. And then I had that altercation, and I got frustrated, and I got temporarily discouraged, and felt like, well, no, I'm not gonna write a short story about, you know, since the thought came in my head while I was there, you know, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna write a short story about, you know. And they had a perp just made a fake comment on one of my videos calling me pathetic. I'm gonna have to go and block him. But it's 9:23 p.m. at night. I'll just say I'm debating on whether or not I'll do a video. I'm sorry, a live stream tonight. But I don't know for sure. But I'm so tired and sleep deprived. I need all the sleep and all the rest I could get, and I'm scared. I mean, last night I suffered, and it was unbearable to be suffering outside, and it's cold, windy, and humid. You know, and then moments when it would be 40 degrees of cold, and I feel like I'm in an outdoor freezer that I cannot escape from, and can't get warm, and feeling like my blood is about to slush up, and like my body's trying to freeze slowly but surely. And the stalkers, you know, brag and laugh. The online cult stalkers, they brag and laugh about how they hope I lose some limbs, or that they hope that I die of hypothermia. You know, and it's like, why they doing this to me unprovoked? You know. So if I never did you anything, like, why you been stalking, harassing, and attacking me unprovoked for nothing? For nothing. And then when I strike back and retaliate with the so-called reactive abuse and had enough, and then you want to retaliate harder, and then say, well, this is the reason why, you know, I don't like Candy, because she said this about me. No, you've been harassing me since before I said anything. Stalking and harassing me for years, and the stalkers, they stalk, follow, and harass me. And then when I'm doing what I need to do to survive, or trying to, they get frustrated and get mad at me and say, enough is enough. You know. But I want to talk. I don't think I'm going to live stream tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. I love y'all, and I'm just not going to live stream tonight because I'm that tired. And I'm that tired. But I'll try tomorrow, though. And I want to work on some more writing tomorrow and Saturday. But Saturday might be the day that I, you know, go out and about and try to get me some more trash bags. You know, I don't know if I could get me some underclothes, but I just got paid and I'm almost back to broke already. But I'm gonna get off here. I love y'all, and yeah, I'm gonna just get me some sleep and talk to y'all tomorrow.